All right. All right. So I'm assuming that some of you may have known right now that there's now 4 million cases total. I'm assuming you passed that point. So that's 4 million cases total of COVID-19, and that's from I believe last week. And that's just we have every day there seems to be one 1 million. No, it seems like every day there's 100,000 cases a day. So I believe within 10 days there will be live. There will be literally, you know, another million cases. So I would say within another week there will be another million, which means we have 5 million total COVID-19 cases. And I hope to get shape tomorrow. And if I'm part of that 5 million, I'm not going to be totally different. I'm just going to have it. Then it will deteriorate from there on. But now, let's focus on what's really going on in the world. You see, coronavirus is very heavily spreading around the world. And I bet there's even 5 million cases diseases with China and all that in the poor countries. I would say even Ghana has 3,000 cases. But I bet it's astronomically higher because the Chinese people have been really dealing with these people. And other places like South Africa and Egypt are a major partaker of China, and so is Kenya. China has sold to every country possible, so also places like Aruba, everything in Asia, the places that are vacation spots, except for Venezuela. I would say that's not accurate, but closest to little. And another one that's closest to little is, you know, the Vatican City. I would say that's the littlest possible because everyone else seems to have substantially more cases than everything else. But that's the total cases that we know about is 4 million. So also Ecuador has numbers that go like this, and then 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 this. Or another Spanish country. There was one country that did that, and we just don't know who just has coronavirus because some people don't have the technology to decipher which people have actually had it. And it's just guesswork from then on there on because of the technology and the numbers of testing and all that. Not to mention China and a few other countries do not have actual access to testing, so China might have a substantially amount of people more than everyone else, except for America, because China has possibly the most cases, except for America. But on the other hand, it's not easy to say, well, the testing is not good because these countries don't know how to test. It's a weird taste. Basically, some people cannot really. It's some people cannot get the testing until they have the coronavirus, and then they have the coronavirus, and they get that example in the hospital. So basically, the numbers are inaccurate. Let's just say at that point. And the deaths, unfortunately, are inaccurate as well although even more accurate than the COVID-19 cases. But those are just numbers. But now we can just say, okay, well, what about the deaths? They should be accurate. Well, what someone has died of a disease called the flu, even though they call it COVID-19. That's why it's inaccurate. Now, there's deaths that we have to talk about, and these people that are numbers on the chart, the deaths, the numbers are deaths. These are people that have died. So let's just say that over 250,000 people died within the span of March and April. 250 plus thousand people died. These are people's names, memories, feelings, and breathing living things that have been separated from each other and put into hospitals and separated by that because, these people deserve better treatment and all that. But it's just, this disease is real, even though the numbers are not real. So it's just truly sad what's going on in the world, even though some people just, it's not really numbers. It's lives that have stricken with sadness, complete sadness over the loss of others. I've seen a person in this house who's always looking down, like she's looking down all the time. Not really, like literally, but she's been quiet. She's lost a few family members, and she's had someone divorce. Not COVID-19 case, and these are people that have. These are the 4 million cases that have arrived at 12 million people, or a little less, or a little more, depending on family members that have COVID-19. That have family members that have COVID-19. It's that is astronomical to say at the least, because remember, these people, they've been with each other for a very long time. They've had memories with each other. They are these people, bad or good, have had very long time partnership with each other. And now that they've been separated and sick, these people are stricken with sadness, grief, all kinds of bad feelings that lead to sadness. Even a little bit of depression, So we got to keep our hearts and minds on the good things no matter what. But remember, it doesn't always have to be this way. Here's a catch. Now, you're wondering, some people might be scared too because they might get it and they might die and they don't know where they're going next. So are you wondering that? Okay. So let's just see if anyone shall answer this one right. Are you wondering where will I end up if I die? In a bad situation or a good situation? Now, let's just say that there's other religions that point to, all kinds of sources about being good. But then it points to Christianity and Judaism from the beginning. And from that standpoint, it points to Christianity, but doesn't have Jesus in it. It just points to being self. Jesus is everything else with self, but with only him above everyone else. So basically, without Jesus, we go to self. But with Jesus, we go to him and worship him as a God that is done everything for us to save us. Because if you can believe upon the cross and you can say that you're a sinner, that's 2 steps already. There's one more step. Surrender your life to Jesus. Surrender it all. And accept him into your heart and have your Jesus as your personal savior over your whole entire life. And just believe upon his name and believe upon him and just surrender it all to him. Because he's the only way out of this sad, miserable world. Because someday we will die. We don't know how we die. We don't know when our last breath is going to be. Because everyone does die. It doesn't say, well, okay. The Bible does say that everyone will die and we're conditioned to die. But we're not conditioned to die twice because we are not conditioned to have a second death, even though many have chosen the second death because they do not want to be with Jesus. But on the other hand, if you choose to be with Jesus and believe upon the cross, you're already saved. And with all this grief in my heart, I still have a joy in my heart that some may be saved. Remember, it's not just numbers. It's people's lives separated and grief-stricken for each other because they're people that are sick and that are physically sick and basically mentally not, like, they're mentally not out of it, but mentally grieving sick because they just can't handle it. They're just sad. And if you're not those people that have coronavirus, pray for the people that have a family member of coronavirus, and especially the people that have coronavirus. Pray for these people because we need more people to be healed of grief, and at least know that they're going to be in a good place if they accept Christ. And if they're just people that are otherwise, pray for healing so that they may know what is to be expected. All right, I'll be done now, okay? Bye.